It's exactly 3:20 p.m. on the Eastern Clock. If I can't wish any or AVA and I don't pay, maybe will be a Minchiano. I mean, what coming on Sumra and the show no. See Hiji. The spiritual award, precisely time with Prophet Walker Ashon. And then you choose a very interesting topic, pa. I see and reflecting on the global events. The year no crying young year first quarter, which ends on March. We have today being 20th, so we have a couple of days to go. But him says events now A40 up no, AI too much. And then I'm discussing also. I'm focusing on what is happening on the global front. These are some of the summer can be before Sacramento, yeah, Babe 31st watch night prophecies in your man. And then you know what is happening in Ukraine, Russia, with the help of US and the NATO allies or some of the Europeans, almost support our Modema Ukrainians, especially the British, Boris Johnson, amongst all the European leaders. We're sure what power front we want to find out what is behind that and what is going to be the end goal. From the political perspective, some of us can say Russia or Vladimir Putin's political strategy is or be replace a government. I mean, a stooge government to be pay attention to. So don't let me manipulate, Now, looking at the way I want, I mean, initially he said it was a special operation, but with it is more or less like a full-blown war. For the first time in history of the world, you used to hypersonic missiles for special operations. It doesn't add up. So this is a full-blown conventional war. And a lot of people are saying that because it's not going well for Vladimir Putin as planned, Tina family resorted to that. Now, the next thing was started threatening nukes. The next thing, if we don't take care, is that one NATO country got affected and attacking one of the 30 countries now, or nations now. Then you're going to see Third World War because NATO will get involved. Automatically, that pushes US also to match Russia. That will not be a pleasant thing at all. Now, China is stepping, trying to help Russia. And you see, a lot of people also say, well, we are exposing Russia, the way they've been very boastful, but you could clearly see that they failed in terms of military planning, execution, and implementation. Our leaders couldn't live up to. Because it's like they're known to be one of the aside them being a superpower, no? In terms of military might, Russia is 1 to 3, is among 1 to 3. If we talk about US, China, Russia, in terms of nukes more than even United States and that of China. Yeah, a couple of hundreds over that of US nuclear stockpiles. But it's unfortunate with what he has been boasting of. They've lost control over their commanding centers, they've lost control over everything. Even trying to capture the city in the ground plan has failed. And you see, Ukraine has been known say it's not that developed a country. A country almost Air Force base going through 5. Look at how as a superpower almost struggle with it. Even though they get support with anti-tanks and these javelins and Stingers trying to bring down their planes and all this. But yes, the wounds that Russia is really struggling. So our nuclear attacks now were initiated in a lot of people are saying it's a way or they pay escape. Now he wishes to best settle issue. And then you be looking at the spiritual aspect of it, You haven't found too much into the political aspect. The Prophet Walker ever boy. Some of the events they 40 in Ibini. Last week or so can fear her. I say Russian leader any Kim Jong-il, not Korean leader, no. It may not be too good for them. Also can send back be saying never kaya. Was this year the echo years no? And check this year amongst the man, all the mad no be brain maybe. Who say US, you appointed woman are called Supreme Court. So you be busano. And now this is a topic you better more Q&A question and answers. You better reflect on Sanyo Manyo. Now you be seeing the war you could be see that bay. And then over boy. The next 5 minutes, you check the Prophet Walker ever to line so. Maybe I will be I'm starting a share program now. You recommending my family and friends. As I always say, no, there's no single down under spending time won't you papa in free and also won't gaining some form of education. Being spiritual, he's very knowledgeable, especially when it comes to spiritual knowledge. And even beyond that, the other day, we saw on personal level, say, I had a political science background in your one, or say, I was also sure how I connected to Grofo. Means a honor just to the message in the name say prophet turns political analyst, but yet you want to focus on. So, most of the time, only to me who your man son that is the aspect I want to focus on. The moment the next 4 minutes now, you're in the arrange. As stated earlier, you try to say programming and you bed within an hour. It's something we learn from the top media houses, like CNN, the Fox News, the ABC, and co. Interviews, almost even after 10 minutes, people get fed up, and it will be any time. 2022, time is very important, and time is speed, and speed is power. So if that is the case, there, you be a summary. To learn find so you try your need be put to go out. 3:30 near start the program now, latest by 4:30 SEND program. Yes. And you should be notice your time also as a sakakra. Yes, there's been a drop it by 2 or 1. With Ghana, the I drop it, I believe, by 1. But then I'm saying I drop it 2 away. You better try and adjust to meet Ghana for on the right time. As evening, Pepe and say they see a planning on. Prophet Oga, ube holding on kakrama just few minutes. Sorry, few seconds na yanko So no, this what I be more. So you see, as a China has supported Russia, what is next for the Europeans? Last 2 days, you know, TDC. Safety is likely say Vladimir Putin, who has a war and go in favor. No, this is what he's likely to do. It's likely somebody you see nukes, biological weapons, and chemical weapons. Moment of BSRD and panel will go beyond the threshold as a conventional war. Therefore, to push the Americans or the NATO as a whole to step in to defend the Ukrainians. And so just a quick update. Ukrainian leader no say so meeting Russia, but on so meeting Nasa and Shia is a third world war means the last option of negotiation. So let's see what happens. Initially, he initiated that Mr. Putin and pay attention. The course of the war, no went to meet in the early days. No, there's been a couple of engagement, but in no reach agreement. Some of the agreement, some of the terms are put forward. Say obey Donbass and 2 territories now are claiming say pro-Russia, no, are part of Russia. Now, Wamaya speaking Russian language, so our Ukraine. Change our language, you know, in their constitution, or pay this kind of truce or this kind of mandates. Then anything I'm moment to me agree on. No? So let's see what happens next. Now I have Prophet Walker on the line. My inchian na young camera. Prophet Walker, next say.
Nyanko
pardon mo. And I will church and I said, oh background. I said, oh sorry.
Yeah, but I ain't
because now sorry. Prophet, yeah, welcome you. And what does what church? Yeah, yes. Okay, let's do this. And then you decided to say we're talking about the global events. And your man, I see. Idea we can say you haven't been affected. Maybe we has been affected. Why? Because a superpower is at war. And also another country which is not a superpower, I'm referring to Ukraine, Russia being the superpower. These 2 countries are oil producing countries. Who impact even Americans and the dominance or reliance on the European on the Russians, including the Europeans, about 60% of their natural gas and oil almost tap it from Russia through the Nord Stream 2 norm here. So it seems to OBI are affected. Gas, I used to buy mine, me fill my tank $40, and now I'm here 75, closely 75, around 74. So one way or the other, I say assessing we as a kakra. Now questions are I have brain. You see who says Santo Koya Boka saying. Yeah, update be brain, minim so nya da GTA BDR. Into no yebema wa my intro kakra na fe wa my na Q&A busa questions na nka wa my answers no. Not only that, North Korea phones him so also yeah distractions kakra. Adi cause US for pay attention to it no. Obi hu anom so test missiles na nyoma. E disturb South and the Japanese, which say US should step in there. Iran suing US for nuclear negotiations is not going to work because Russia and immediate and Russia impose sanctions have been honestly. The first time in the history of mankind or history of the world, Russia for test what you call hypersonic missiles. Americans and Gromoni have develop it. I mean, most experts for some much say war get out of hands. It's not there or the other I say. Or distracted, he doesn't care, or care about civilians, he doesn't care about the guidelines to conventional war, or EBB purposely, just to bring a lot of people down. And the message is the US, Americans in this affiliate, Joe Biden, president of the country, don't focus on the country because Americans are starving, because gas cost low, inflation cost low. Vladimir Putin so kind, so OTA 2 days ago, almost celebrity 2014, almost next Crimea now. So was it Donbass, yeah, or more celebration. As someone kind or say decisions are Americans and Europeans now making no. Or man put your almost citizens into a home. So now, starting from Ukraine, And now, you can start from Ukraine anyway. Ukraine want to go. So, what do you see?
Okay. Your mom pie.
Oh, sure.
Lamu ala vi suma ala walimi awla aila wasami taliwa abi ata sula ala umaku vala aila zu salim ambanami aya an wasali watin la na arzi salim inda zu ala amda sibir aikum ali ahu balishur ali buti ara da su ki akuma awal ila suwandi sharu akiwa kadi aba la alladhi kamuki alikum ariyakum mashi ma ira basata nya ko potun fo wona anyang na yawde wona sidai na yawde wona wa ma kwan se ne de yimi shi onya ko pon wa se mo ne de ko so ya sin na da tumi nya ni die ni hu afi mu na ye tumi da boye ho ye bra nya so enda ho ni de ko so asasi so nya da ye ho so wa bi wa boye ye din kunim jobo se baba bia no or beye bia no we di sukunim ya ko be so bi hine e wo do shi mu nti amen amen
Amen. Prophet okay, also.
Yeah, of course to Russia. And
Ukraine,
you know.
yes.
I bet and they into World War III.
Oh, really?
But then Canada. Yeah, so people should prepare. The whole world should prepare.
But you repeat what maybe why?
They say the whole world should prepare. Russia and Ukraine issue no war no, but enter into World War III. It's gradually a cohort. We are seeing
we
something must happen.
Hey, whole projection and now that says the Lord and I say prophecies. You see how can say I know master TV salmon.
Yeah, a projection when you prophecy.
And spiritual projection.
Projection my year.
Oh, physical, not spiritual. That's what we want to know.
Spiritual projection.
Okay.
My year.
Oh, okay.
And 100%.
And 100%.
Okay. And 90%.
Oh,
okay. The projection my year no. Say and the world will enter into World War III.
But how can I say the probability is so high? Until I make no.
Yeah, the possibility is very high. It's 90%. The main projection here 90%. And moreover, no, yeah, me information if he Holy Spirit to her and angels through her now. Me confirmation. So me first information from them. I mean second confirmation because on moment second confirmation now. Let us add what they have told me is what's going to happen. But they have given me the first information. The confirmation has not come yet. Aside me my projection, the same information say World War III BC. But what I see? So World War III ABC out of Russia and Ukraine issue, no? And whatever the dollar is doing globally, the gas, the fuel, everything, we are in control. And as time goes on, almost more than 50% of people who use cars will park their vehicles. More than 50% of globally people who use cars, or who use gas, like people who use cars like vehicles, they will park their vehicles because of the high price of gas. But the whole World War III, no, will be able to the whole issue, no. Once Russia and Ukraine are fighting already, but the one who fueled the whole situation, I bet at the next escalate to World War III, North Korea.
Okay.
Yes. So the North Korea leader, the normal or that started World War III, no, what pay all everything is set. And now, no, normal the World War III started here. But started air testing how magnitude at Nikita and Hodia those mechanism ni machines ni kita into one year so was starting test be and was setting traps all the traps that was setting in now so the trap was setting in now e befa because was setting trap and then trap no was setting no US better trap in was setting US for trap but American government is not aware of that trap so North Korea set more trap so North Korea and America better trap in the almost trap no na gonna launch one of his machines or weapons. Then Putin will empower and energize Putin and strengthen Putin. Into Putin, like I said, if that's the case, this guy have launched this weapon, then all those people or countries who sanction me or sanction the country, Russia country, because the issue I had with Ukraine, then let me go attack them because I have support now. So North Korea leader that the weapon he will launch, every motivated Putin say he has a supporter. So Putin would decide to say, no, now I'm not going to fight Ukraine only, but all the European countries that issue sanctions upon Russia, they are going to have the same thing. I'm going to invade all those countries. Into two members are like bomb atom. The funny thing is that
what can it you?
The funny thing is that people will not see it coming. So that's why I'm telling people the Russians, Americans, the Europeans will not see it coming. The World War III. The intelligence will not pick it. That's why there's possibility that something will happen. They will not pick it, the information that this is the day into when they see. And so much towards our winning down also. Then this flight jet TV will pass through their countries. What will almost those fights no. Almost you know will be bombs. Any weapons. So the moment the bomb or the weapons land on your soil, then it blasts. The life and property will be at risk. So this is what Russia is going to do, and North Korea is going to do. North Korea will launch the weapon first to motivate Putin. Putin is aware of all those countries. Also prepare the team, all those fight jets, because those missions are standby. Let's say this fight is heading towards maybe Germany. You are flying to Belgium, who call Netherlands, who call France, who call her. So you will give the location to each flight. So who do country where Mama just leave a bomb over there. So midnight now will be done for the Belgium for done midnight now. What's the Ukraine for fight jet? A pure country. Then the capital city of Belgium, the fight will leave a bomb over there and a weapon or chemicals weapon. And so we leave it to a land Belgium city capital city. One they are not blastia. The chemicals are well briefly if you are mubiano you are gone. A instant death. Chemicals are who me call my rush to hospital no. Chemicals are now who me call Muana who called dead. So some of the countries will experience chemicals weapons, and some of the countries will experience real bomb like I said, a spring fire. So the countries are almost something, and so hard to Russia. Russia will use chemicals, but countries are almost something, very harsh on them. Almost use real bomb, like weapons are a blastia. The whole city, maybe half of the city, will go down. Or population now, most are city, half of them will go down dead. A ban the North Korea leader who decided that the first bomb on land here now, weapon on land here motivated was Putin to do this kind of work, or balance the rest of the weapons. So on land here, whether you are part of what's going on, you are not part, you will receive your attack. Into who Sansi Russia, one Sansi Russia, as far as you are living on this planet, and the weapon but me awaiting your destination, or more weapon. That zoom say maybe Netherlands before answer Russia. But as far as North Korea, or more launch on weapon, if you are more country anymore, a better not travel to Netherlands, no. The North Korea leader will launch the attack on Netherlands, whether you are part or not. Unless the weapon on land here, the length of it, ain't mean do what. Then you will say you. But those countries and the weapons with that travel do or balance those weapons there. A ban is now. Then China so sorry. And this is how China will come in. There will be a mistake attack on China, but China will not take it as mistake. China will take it as deliberately attack.
Say from one okay,
yes. There will be attack on Russia because those Russia and North Korea attacking countries, They will pick false intelligence information. That information, instead of that, let's say Russia and North Korea, I'm going to China baby. Which channels don't have no idea about it. Tell any motion, but only China baby. That's what I'm saying, false intelligence information. From those American NATO intelligence information personnel, no information about picking a false. Meanwhile, China is not part. And also they provoke China. Because the man is saying almost and say all the relations they have with China, no, they will go to cut. Say European countries, American countries, the relationship only China when you cut. China beggars me maybe we say make their cost on home. I prove them in count. Why are you cutting or putting sanctions on me as you have done to Russia? And I mean their cost on Moshe. China will decide to fight back, not as sanctions, but also weapons. So the three things, Russia, North Korea, and China, will destroy Europe, will destroy North and South America.
Really?
I'm telling you, Americans will turn to women. American men will turn to women, and the women of America will turn to children. Mark it somewhere. Because Russia, North Korea, and China, the World War III now creating China no not Russia North Korea no maybe be almost but China they obey in the name of say they has not be treated fair because on here be no money be no. It's all fighting for the right. It's obey come my three. But these three countries no more fighting European and North and South America. No. They will not only come with weapons, but they will come with spirituality as well.
With what?
Yeah, they will come with spirituality as well.
What, spirituality?
The whole world. Yes, spirituality. No, the whole world. Open your mind. Their spirituality is very tight and very strong and powerful in Russia for now. After Russia, China. After China, India. After India, you go to Japan. After America, America's spirituality is very low. So this is how they are going to use their spirituality. Russia, China. And America for any Europe for you almost fight get to enter into the territory of Russia, China, and North Korea. release chemicals or any weapon to the territory of those countries to destroy them as Omomo Yena. Omudu Omomo will release any chemicals, any bomb via ento.
Okay.
Bomb never told but embrace that.
Okay.
But what the American say? Who say you were weapon be wo ho?
Okay. But hold on. I buy attention. So say, oh, background, you know. Let me say, who sent your program now? What's our presenting?
No. I'm not listening to the program.
All right.
The same phone I'm in the customer.
All right, Kase.
Should I continue?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, say, who say, what your machinery be wo ho and a system be wo ho. Say, what bomba? It's me, not a 5 bomb no we it's me say bomb no. Without the bomb landing on the ground.
Yeah.
I think Israel any Israel could issue with this
Iron Dome. State. It's called Iron Dome. The Israeli have the
Very
Iron
good.
Dome. The Americans have the Patriot. The Russians have the S-300, 400, and 500. There are a couple of them.
But in this case, you know, Russia and China, any bomb or any chemicals, any European or Americans, North or South America countries will land towards their territory. You know. The bomb will land exactly how it's supposed to land on their soil, but it will not blast. I can say what to a boy and blast it. So you see that the bomb is coming from the sky, it will land on the soil of the Russia or China. But say a best the air is good. But China only Russia for launch a bomb via to any European country to a blast it. But other side no more yeah only the blast it. That's the kind of spirituality of me. So I'm going for this kind of machine me think I can say auto bomb by Ben or 5 bomb with you my bomb on me operate and say operate. No. But this time around the fried jets will enter to those territories. They will release chemicals, bombs into those territories. But it will land all right, but it will not explode. So for you to see say maybe Russia buildings have been collapsed because the buildings are collapsing. Russian nipa, injured. Almost Russia to hospital. People are bleeding. I don't know. You not see in China, Russia, and North Korea. Because any weapon that's supposed to create that kind of incident, you know, it will not work. It will enter, but it will explode. But any weapon that will enter to Europe and North and South America, it will explode. And so you see people in Europe and North America countries that people are being rushed to hospitals, breathing. Buildings are collapsing, like those towers, you know, it's coming down. According to the assassination, see now buildings are collapsing, and people will be injured. So the Russia will not just, and North Korea and China will not just forward the whole process to enter to World War III. We just only weapon, but spirituality will take place a lot. Because they want to create a system or an event whereby they will not be part of those who will be victims. So after they have created the whole event, they will never experience victims, incidents in their land. And at the end of the countries, the countries that will be destroyed, their infrastructure, physical infrastructure will be destroyed. You know, see certain in China, Russia, and North Korea. Their buildings will be intact, their citizens will be intact, their residents will be intact. We don't see anybody say, we brought your racket hospital. No. So now, we share North Korea, so we share Ukraine, we share Russia here. Or maybe more say Ukraine, more say, almost physical infrastructure access say, almost pedi a paper, the Russia almost hospital. But Russia is here, Russia many more. Almost physical infrastructure is still intact. Almost Nipa war money intact. Nobody is being rushed to hospital in Russia. The same strategy they would take in World War III. So their physical infrastructure will be intact. Their human beings, body or personality will be still intact. Nothing will happen to them. So this is what's going to happen. And the world will not go to escape. The world is not going to escape. So it's supposed to happen, and it will happen. And even Russia has already invoked those entities. If the World War III starts, those entities that will help them to fight, spiritual entities like demons and angels are. If World War III is here, those spirits will help them to conquer and get victory in World War III, so that they can conquer a lot of territory. They have already invoked those spirits, so those spirits are already there, waiting for World War III. And the moment the World War III starts, those spirits will operate and make sure that Russia will get victory at the end of the day. Mark somewhere, the men in America will turn to women, and women in America will turn to children. The same applies to the rest of the European countries.
So, timelines.
I'm talking this year, I said America.
So, in the long run, Russia will be colonizing the US. That's an episode.
But not only US, a lot of countries, European countries, were entitled to be under the territory of Russia. And China should be North Korea be. So those countries, 3 countries, never control the whole world. After war, countries omit the image of the world. North Korea, China, and Russia. Now we are talking now. Country and Maya, the image of the world are United States of America. America from the image of the whole world or the global world. America from the image, you know. But the best monster. Russia, some of the European countries could do North Korea, some of the European countries could do China for. So the next decade, people the country that we will see as the image of the world will be 3 countries, not one as America, but 3 as Russia, China, and North Korea. And how things will move, Russia will become so powerful. So the sense that this gentleman will able to move the United Nations headquarters from Washington. If Washington to New York to Russia. Or then move the headquarters of the UN from America or US to Russia, because no baby get 2 minutes. And one thing that after they have conquered everything, North Korea and China will give the greater part. The 3 of them did the work, conquer the whole world, but the North Korea and China would decide to give the supremacy power to Russia to have the ultimate power. Now we will follow up. So Russia will take the lead, China will follow, and North Korea will follow up. Instead of taking the same position, the 2 North Korea and China will decide to give the ultimate power to Russia, and the rest of them, as China and North Korea, will be behind Russia to control the world. And Russia currency, almost they take the image of the world currency, and dollar will vanish from the system. Send a dollar, they control the whole world currency. Russia currency will rather take place. Because that's how it's being written in the South, Putin. Because the South nature said before Putin will leave this earth, I've already told you that Putin will be assassinated. Before Putin will leave this earth.
That's a question I was about to ask you. No, be a sebi.
It's being written in the Putin star said before he should leave this earth through assassination. Putin should leave this earth through assassination. Now, Bibiano or Trobia can be about assassination. Putin is standing to say, "Come on, first of assassination, assassination, right?" And assassination of Befino, as of assassination, on control the whole world, on rule the whole world, on conquer the whole world, no making history before living. But what I say?
Now to me achieve this animal way, how is he going to do that?
But I say,
So to me achieve Saudi way, or to me conquer Europe and North America, as you say, including South America. Now if I didn't say, as him say too.
we say Argentina or could you control this country in as that was
I say eventually, I say almost assassinating. Why?
One of somebody who's close to Putin, like I said, maybe in the security guard, but what I said, the security guard. This guy will decide to do that without work. Let me give you an example. Nankupo said David, the vice chancellor, or no, only David, let them be. So, Uka Bible, na Bible says, Ahithophel. Oh, yeah, David, the put for, oh, you David, or you David, or he David, my. No, then the Bible back was a young Papa David the Bedician. Never any ban was on none, I hear feelings. No, one passing Uncle Pama, Ahithophel, it's a young was herself. And David will win, and not Ahithophel. But I see, I will nip Jesus Christ, now you didn't be a Jesus be or Jesus Christ. None Uncle Pona no boy, Jesus, Jesus, Bastard, on the wood. Was that true? Jesus and his woman was there. Well, before a woman that's a man. My one can say best friend. I would see the pie if I'm Judah. Oh, no, you ma.
I'm better offensive right now. If you must almost a man palm almost a man palm free show this. Well, I said, who came here anyway. That will be can answer. I mean, this is what I always tell people. The only two things are
almost
is that a while complicating you are more than controversial because the comments are not too pleasant. In as much as say almost US and Okasi will say will be kura. What was it? I mean, say Okasi will say US. What are you talking about?
My brother.
Why are you convinced about message now about one demand for saying
me before Russia and Ukraine as I told to be the Canada. Me kind come page so no check it no question for my yami. That's 2021 no. 2021 America say Russia and Ukraine issue. Put the best say on mine. But at the end of the day, no, through the same process, no, we lose life. For sure, conform to matter. But on one did matter, and then on market say within a city, American Abbey. Semika will show no so. 2021 say Putin, Russia was say Ukraine now. When you have a budget, Semika say people should. Some of the car say people should leave Ukraine because I heard that Putin will invade the country. You know the number of people who insulted me. I know this. I think that America will show no so. Somebody deliberately inboxed me. Yeah, somebody deliberately inboxed me. Is hey, yeah, me. The guy is a medical student in Ukraine. No, someone say so only. Oh yeah, no, can't you say oh no, a student in Ukraine, a Ghanaian, straight Ukraine, and who now is best no school no. People who are studying political science and security course, almost studying security course or school no. Some of them are his friends. If you be now, most of his colleagues are students, almost political science and security information. No, come up, pick up, and almost some more professors, baby, are security intelligence, are professors. But none of them are able to pick such information. Say, what's the problem in Ukraine? So, I'm my first prophet in Kobe. But today, the same boy in answer in Boston and more time no cross the border up Poland today. Only Jimmy. The same person now no impossible me. Yeah, me say. Me my bet no show so I tell you guys for say. Russia for be invade Ukraine to be in Ukraine. So be kaya. We show you.
No, you said
the same boy in the time box there. The same boy in Boston say, "Oh, fit Ukraine because of the Kwani to fit Ukraine na call." Almost cross up Poland said, and it's a country do almost cross the border. So me mom pay man no cross because almost say black for now almost can't those who are crossing the border no. Your mom won't cross so only the white. I got the racist.
Also border. So because all your Ghanaian black, you know, or face this kind of racism. You know what I tested in Medina? So if you get me to because we are a pretty boy. This is what I
told put so much focus on the guy. Almost saying some now work and yes, me support what they are saying. Say me you free liners, but too abstract. What am I say? I don't say yes, starting on me analysis that was solely based on me understanding about political issues and you know me observing the commentaries and me tea. Political commentaries and then I mean yes analysis and then we got you involved so we boy with the spiritual interpretation Allah and yoma like a sequel and you get you involved but one say then you what can some do and I some
let me tell you something let me tell you something your viewers in the Bible the same God who told Israelites that the Israelite people or the land of Israel will not be invaded. The same God told Israelites that I will allow your enemies to take you to slavery. But that time, you know, the most powerful country or nation on this planet was Israel. There was prophet, big prophet, major prophet in the land. Even Daniel, the Bible Daniel will know, even prophesied. They even insulted him. He said, you people will go to slavery for 400 years. This is what the Lord showed to me. And the same chief, the king and his followers, elders came to Daniel and said to him, God has told us that he will never allow any country or any nation to destroy Israel or take Israel people to slavery. Daniel can say, "Me, my son, come here." Israel for anybody almost no more Egypt, almost young kwa. Israel for anybody almost no more Israel young, almost Egypt young kwa. And obviously, like I say, Israel for young kwa da. Ka Bible, young kaya Bible young share. Obviously, so Maya young kwa Maya Israel. Then young kwa can't tell my Israel. But the same young kwa na zaka tell Israel for the memo ma kwa sumu. For 400 years. But I'm not a prophet next time because did not attempt. I'm not say Russia and Ukraine from common. Seven of the did attempt. If you show to make us say people should leave Ukraine, no? People are embossing me and insulting me. But today what has happened? Russia has invaded Ukraine. Even the black people are almost facing racism. Oh, but no. Almost one time answer to connect the communist issue. But almost time to connect see starting say issue. As a movie Washington move face this racism. So nobody should allow himself to be deceived by the mighty America possess. No matter how powerful you are, you can be brought down instantly. Your Ghana and also because of no and away. Your Ghana and also because the whole Ghana honor the nation prophet about the same year don't allow anything to deceive you. In the Bible, Goliath was the most powerful man on earth. Goliath. On the Bible says the most powerful person on earth. But then who take him down? Small boy David. David was a small boy. He took Goliath down. So mama, America intelligence, America machinery, America security power they possess to deceive you. America may be big. America may have all kind of weapons. America can have all the men. But when the fight starts, America will turn to women, the land of women and children. Because in the Bible, you see Yehuda. In the Bible, Yehuda, Israel for almost minors invaded and their people were captured and they were took to slavery. In the time of David ko oba na Israel funya te Israel funya kwankwa asu oba se ne yire ne memba wai yese nana o yire no mba nyina ya che mu kwankwa asu mu okọ nyankopon ne kache nyankopon na wo say umma kwama obi nti Israel fu kwankwa asu mu no then nyankopon ka che no o say enyam kwa Israel fu na mo ye memba omo ba te mu kwankwa asu mo so ye memba. So we should never say that America have the power, the weapons. If America have the weapons, they should never underestimate the power, the weapons that Russia war, China war, North Korea war. Because even North Korea alone can invade the whole America, and America will turn to no man's land.
Really?
I'm telling you.
We know.
Don't joke. Don't joke.
Go ahead.
Don't joke with a man who can see things ahead of time. And to find the best, the outcome of it. I'm going to say, Mrs. Be a Macas, oh, see, Mrs. We need election, I go to, I go to, where we need. What can say, oh, what you really? You say, you say, oh, money, why you day? In terms of the way the second time, the only so moving here, Bano. Anybody also wants to have a banner view. That's why I say, no money, why you day, no. But people say, Domama, because no money, why you day. Which is 2017 to 2021. On money, why you day, especially 2021, on money, why you day. So people say, Domama, none of the babies because of money, why you day. Anybody also wants to say, we need a banner. So we should not allow the atmosphere, what somebody possesses, to deceive us. I'm telling you, because the God who protects America may be different from the God who protects Israel. But when the battle starts, you'll be shocked that the God of Russia will defeat the God of America. Me, my spirituality for 20 years and going. I can boldly say, spirit in Russia for you to know, or your powerful spirit America for you to. Even China, spirit of you to quite a powerful American spirit. Because America for you to tell them, China for you to thank God. Some of your spirituality be any say, thank God a powerful to tell them.
Cherubim, no one else in your coupon there.
But I say,
Cherubim, say in your coupon there, and in your cherubim.
And tell me, I'm couple of thank God in a couple of four. But cherubim is an angel. But thank God is not angel or your God or your Yanko or your Yame. Only a super entity. So thank God is a super entity and cherubim is an angel. Can an angel stand before thank God or a super entity? Never. I know spirituality. I know the ranks of spirit. And America cannot go to war without the help of Tel Aviv. Any country that go to war, even Russia and Ukraine, Russia put it a spirit of the Kokono. Ukraine put it a spirit. But the reason why things are going the way it's going is because of what is happening between the God of Russia and the God of Ukraine.
Why? Ukraine for God near powerful.
And yes, I'm God near powerful. Because the God of Russia told Russia they are common fan call invading. I'm going invading. But I'm going exactly day. I'm going different day. So assume it's a not just a call Monday, not call Tuesday. Only in the call Monday. Who change days local different day? Next, when you get yourself, you share now. It's up to you. It's up to you. A bit the Bible, so Nakupo Saul, King Saul, say, go to the town or the city, go and kill every single human being living there. Kill animals, kill every single living thing over there. Nakupo send down Fanko, yes, I don't know. When they saw, yeah. So I'm called the same day. Or you also cause or could be, no Jerry, or Jenny Penny. No, sir, and once when one, not the one ma, and then Kuala. And then back to Israel. Now, of course, I didn't know when to the kind of. Or so when I call me coin, and Bobo, and one is no matter Australia. You know, when I go back and I say, oh, Mamma, and go for them, the small was a Coco, Mamma, Master Concow, back. Well, I said, go and defeat them. Go and defeat them, Mamma will defeat you, and Panama will defeat his soul. As the so called, some or different some of the sense, I didn't tell them, Uncle can amble. Or say yes, Uncle and true. That the moment saying Uncle. So Russia, what is happening to Russia? So almost 30 men or military men, a woman, say, or more until almost first, or almost someone call this day, almost different day. So I know that if World War III starter, this time around there will be obedience to the spirit. So we should never, before you can do comparison between China, Russia, North Korea, and America, the supremacy side, don't check only the physical, check the spiritual aspect. Because whatever happened in the physical is first happening in the spiritual before it escalates or reflects on the physical.
Now, Russia, no power, almost spiritual power, man, almost holding here, almost 50 years old.
Russia, move. China, thank God. That's why these two countries, they are very tight and very close. Because
now North Korea.
Maybe thank God, no, any moon goddess, no. So thank God and moon goddess, they are couples. So when two people are using them at the same time, then these two people physically they have to be much bond or close, because spiritually they are serving, no, they are couples. North Korea, Leviathan. And anybody that knows spirituality knows that Leviathan is very powerful than Cherubim. That's why Cherubim is a divine and Leviathan is a white spirit. Leviathan, because some of you are seeing Leviathan is a secret. So what to what? Now the copy to Kano be to Quebec, we say Sandy Pan, Leviathan, I send on account of we need money.
Spirit of Leviathan.
But what I make an ask, so all the spirits are America, Russia, China, North Korea using now powerful than the spirit of America. What did tell me before? For my care, because my can wear the television. So before we can conclude that, oh, it's not possible, you must check. Even the spirit of United Kingdom is powerful than the spirit of America.
Oh, really?
Yes. That and even today,
that Omar William, Sun God, and I'm posted the image, you know. Oh, Prophet, okay, young person.
Today, if United Kingdom and America decide to go to war, I can boldly say that America will be defeated.
Oh, sir.
I'm telling you, my years spirituality for 20 years. The strength of your spirit, the strength of your guardian angel, the strength of your entity determine your strength, your physical strength, your physical attack. So once you be the year wa brabomwa, ne a kind of spirit we use. You will Dangote ho, so you skinny. You will brigade for her. The reason why two of them are rich people, but yet there's a big gap between them in terms of their net worth, is because the spirit brigade is using is powerful than the spirit Dangote is using. So the higher level of your spirit determines the physical, your input and your attitude, and your end result.
And what I just showed, moon god, no, sorry, this is how the moon god looks like. Anyway, Prophet Walker, I heard him say, no, but this is what I always say. Me prophecy, I'm rely so much on air time and our life. So I want no be say a china fish better if we do in and yes, because say I open so just downplay Americans, you know, even though one analysis, you know, based on physical aspect, but based on spiritual aspect, you know. And then one main reason here Russia for faces our setbacks, you know, because of my intio munyame. Now North Koreans and then one main who's home here, they only used to Leviathan. The sanko for me and so be baby Cambo Mababi defeat US, Ababi defeat, how do you call it? They will defeat the Americans and defeat the Europeans. You are now where be devious, so China be devious.
No, Russia. So,
Russia.
North Korea and China together with Russia, only conquer Libya. But the two countries, North Korea and China, will decide to give all their support and power to North Russia to be the head or the image of the global world. As today, Americans enjoy such a position. Russia.
And now, all my movie, United Nations, you be movie, Petersburg, and now some Moscow. Oh, okay.
I didn't see the city, but I saw a Russia country. A Russia. Sorry.
And someone who came in 2023, you will answer more. Hello.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
And I go beyond.
You see, about who's there? Russia for other countries, as almost Russia. And Russia for some more party line.
Yeah.
Who's there? They are might be in terms of gas.
And the Germans now they take initiative to shut it down with the support of the Americans. Because US foreign initially imposed sanction on the Nord Stream 2, no? And at Trump time, that sanction is good so. And sana we started war in normal years, and you take you up from most of the financial institutions in the world, including the SWIFT. What I say, I think political decisions are making impact in it. Right now, Americans, they are going to tap into their energy to resolve it. In the long run, they believe somebody can stabilize the oil prices, because once it was unexpectedly. I mean, it's like impose sanctions early and they could have done something about it, but they didn't. Because no one said Russia wasn't going to go that far. We should have they seriously destroy Ukraine until the European leaders, with the help of more allies, American, make his decision. This is here. I say you and you be moving United Nations. I'll come Moscow.
Very well. Now, I never come because maybe I never come because the man of say there's no European country which is powerful than Russia, China, or North Korea.
Germany?
No, forget it.
Germany?
Hitler time. That's Hitler time. I don't Hitler time. Forget about Germany. Hitler time. Hitler time. Oh, car. It me do Cape if it Accra Cape Coast 1 hour. So I can everybody do my work from Accra to Cape Coast. Maybe 4 hours to cancel because engine abo. I been a mebu with telephone. Car it me see Accra Cape Coast 1 hour. I bet maybe Sakano, a bit Accra to Cape Coast 4 hours. I didn't say engine now they call 1 hour. And the same engine or they could be a different engine abo. So we go 4 hours. I don't hit that time. Germany was Germany, not today. Me, my years spiritual work for 20 years. Don't allow the physical look and the Ethiopia. Me say, in the Bible, why they know did it say Goliath? Any David Goliath? Nobody. Bring all those. With anybody at all, obia down, or use the physical knowledge or physical logic. No judge between the fight of Goliath and David. And then also we are about me. I was about the area abana, you win so win about when winning. The one we elected we are about me. Fight.
Professor Kauni, there's so much questions I will have, but one, yes, you're working within your time. The next 5 minutes, I think you're poor, but she said the 10 become home. But so you'll be so very short in my. So now, much concern from Momo Mubizu and US, different states. One person which is in your projection, states being who say no, my affected. So if they have to relocate, I'm not relocating. Timelines, one young say 2023 and as I didn't BC. But the next thing we have to find out from you, say, like what states they BC and a month bank and I need a woman farmer, above 1 farmer. Okay, before I answer the batch answer, we obviously Musa in T say, no more we are memoir. Young farmer should be an answer me a farmer should.
But say what was it about? We actually but so we show that Rebecca said, and tell you, we show you Rebecca said, Omo want Ukraine, Omo for Ukraine, Obi I move, Manka will show so. Obi Pong go back to
no, maybe I don't, yeah, but yeah, reflection.
Because the point to cannibal, let me predict to say, Russia will invade Ukraine, so people should leave Ukraine. I'm going to be before water because life is important than anything. Confu did matter today. when you bring Yaya, come out, you create, but when you are to you have to face it. When a prophet of God is speaking, whether the prophet, you believe in the prophet or not, whether you doubt the credibility, the spiritual intelligence of the prophet, whether you doubt the anointing of the prophet or the source of the prophet, never doubt the utterances of the prophet. You can doubt his spirit, you can doubt his anointing, you can doubt his credibility, but never doubt his utterances. Whatever a prophet will pronounce or say is coming from a spirit. It's either from the devil or God. So as far as I call myself a prophet, whatever I pronounce is given to me by spirit. So whether from the devil or from God, is a spirit given to me. And whatever the devil says, the devil knows what he's saying. Whatever God says, God knows what he's saying. So as far as I'm an oracle or a prophet, whatever I'm saying, I have to know that what I'm saying is given to me by a spirit, and that spirit knows what he's saying. So sometimes when this will be a KBB, when an oracle says something and people are doubting it, somewhere I'm straight. Because when you are a prophet or oracle and you pronounce a word or you say something which is not there, you will receive a punishment from your God, whether from God, divine God, or the devil. The one you are serving, the one who is your master, if the devil is your master and you prophesy in his name wrongly, he will punish you. If you are a prophet of God and you prophesy in God's name, while God has not told you anything, God will punish you for that.
All right, Prophet Walker,
are very careful.
I'm saying, it's our point now we're establishing the material. My man responding to more questions in me because of time. Almost say, there is this man, I say, Perseverance Love. I say, I like your program, but it's too long. Yes, we know. Perseverance, yeah, try working on. Almost say, yeah, their plans is here, instead of 2 hours, no, just an hour pay. To our we crash be taking the next 5 minutes per year. Why? So thanks for your concern. Yankwaha, I say, but Israel went to, I think, supposed to captivity before the birth of Daniel. So, Prophet Walker, what were you trying to say in America, sir? Okay. So, you're fine in Siwa. Or say himself, obey.
Why? One a prophet who prophesied about the captivities of Israel were Daniel. Daniel says,
and now, there is this comment, me read it, about last week's show, Prophet Walker, me and me pon show now, me fro. I'm sorry, we say, me and share 1 for me platform, no 2 for one's own integrity, and 3, sir, man of God, no. Mostly, would be bad, me deleting some time back. Me can't say me take his animal way. I don't know. She said I can't imagine a basso. So I be supposed to be on show away and before any day. Oh dear, you better talk about we. But you focus on. There be Mr. Oh dear, maybe I resolve a Saturday of air. What haunting air or air no. Sometimes me deleted such comments are almost me say. And your fair reportage na me as a me suppressing for speech, but nipa ma catch us other man be possible how so ye nyame need to say wow crowd nipa no no. I'm surprised there was be possible happy. Anyway, Prophet Walker, let's do this. Sisi omo mo US person say what advice almost free as they want Ukraine from now. If any, were there any particular states be a who projection was highly affected? I mean, New York, they mean ruling it out because any no moment. Kasa.
State way and a state way. As far as you could say so no corner, maybe coming weeks, if we will still talk about it because the war is still going on. The Yakubu state will tell me why not, I will say. That's why if you can remember when I was making the first submission, I said we need the final confirmation or second confirmation. So when the second or the final confirmation comes, that's when more details will be given to me.
I see.
So there's more information towards World War III, which I have not received yet. So when the last or the final confirmation comes, more details will be given to me, and even date or time or month will come.
All right, but can something be done about this? Is it preventable? Is it avoidable? Is it something Americans and Europeans in a year a bit me.
Yes.
Oh,
that was there before my with me a year about prevent it. One, the only thing that they will do is they no make us say I did a create issue and say we said last week because say there will be a leakage of information concerning North Korea. So North Korea and I say Russia for it.
Is that almost China? Is that China no more accuse you? What they say?
That be last week make North Korea.
But me choices is say idea global no more some China.
Yes, that no I'm coming maybe. North Korea, there will be a leakage of information. I bet say North Korea account be the same. Later on, nobody watch the security intelligence, but China say not only North Korea who are part of the Ukraine and Russia issue, but China was also part. So idea of North Korea, any China say they will come as form of fighting for their rights. I don't tell you most of my year. Now, sans some Russia, more sending Russia, sans no. So the North Korea leader, the China, they will not try to maybe also try to do sanctions. No. And I say, that was something with your statement. And I say, whatever it is, we are coming with weapons. So North China, North Korea, their revenge is from a war or weapons revenge, not as political talk. Russia, no. Russia, so I say, because of that, all the foreign country companies that were rushing now are betting into Russian companies. So what is that information now? As revenge or they back to America and Europe based on the sanctions. But in terms of the North Korea and China, no, can say all the web companies are here Americans and then European companies that work China and North Korea, no, yeah, turning to our country's company, no. They will not do that. They would rather respond with war. But me can say China and North Korea, they will launch a weapon, which is a base of a security country base, like I say, American security base, on that attack. So almost attack America will say they are attacking their base, their military base, an attack on the nation of America. So they will respond. Then this guy will decide to launch more weapons. And when America will say the fight, they can't handle the fight. China also be decided, but China for no more battle for attacking America for and then Russia for military base. They will come directly to your country with weapons and chemicals. But North Korea, no, on one attacking base, say your base like maybe say a certain part of the country, foreign country, America for military base, no matter attack war. So as you say in Nigeria, they will America base, military base, or no attack base, no. Now America for to say, oh, on base, military base, war maybe Nigeria has been attacked by North Korea. So because of that, it's attack on the nation of America, so they are fighting back. Then that's how it's going to be from North Korea side. But in Russia side, no, they're not going to attack a base. They're going to attack the country together with the Russians. And the idea is because that's what the universe project for this year 2022-2023.
All right. What kind of let me say this. Would you deem like over to me I catch a boldly say Ghana, you can't spiritualist, mom, yes, and you are among the best. And I say, what standard would do? Oh, like, mom, you name so top Ghana, yes, and you may know from your side, neighbor, some side, other side, oh, I say so, what will be drum.
I mean, direct, but me, to me, I'm usually a Jumano. Or yeah, Israel and Gopon. Because me so Israel and Gopon. Israel and Gopon, I'm often a Matatron. Me so Matatron.
Yeah, Matatron.
Me, now Gopon, me Jimmy Dino. Or none of we are seeing now, no body now. I did, yeah, we didn't say Gopon a boy. Then I go aboard Nipano. Now Gopon a boy or born from or boy Jabas or boy a soma or boy Viano. Then I go a missono. Into so be so soon, Gopon. nyankopɔ foforɔ a ɔyɛ higher than nyankopɔ bɔ wiase na the same nipa ne tumi no ana ɔwɔ higher than me but sɛ wo nso nyankopɔ na ɔbɔ wiase nyinaa na ɔso different nyame a ɔno ne tumi ndu nyankopɔ bɔ wiase nyinaa deɛ a then you are not higher than me.
All right, Prophet Oka, but does that not contradict your position, say, in the spiritual world? No, go by order. To be okra no use bad spirits and the order in the ranks is change. What can you fear that? And contradict our statement.
Yes, I mean, order ni na the order the highest one. Eh, nyankopon na obo abodi nyina. The creator himself, the creator of all creation. Ono no the highest being ni tumi no. To me now, who possessing it to me, and I just say, who get the highest level? Who go far, tell a bimuni, or Mamma Mungo, Sango, Nadina, they say, yeah, but order no more. Who says Sango to me, in Yanko to me, then you are not that level. So, based on order, your order comes by the spirit you use. So, spirit in the position, only go to Susuno, and I say, Usu Nipano, Usu Tume Ukita, physical Susuno. The susu amikita yankopon obo abodi nyina onu tumi no susu no mikita.
All right, Prophet Oka, let's do this.
Yankopon obo bibi da ona the highest dia. Sana mi say tumi oda mam no the highest.
But the reason why I'm raising that question, I'm excited with them. They say 31st year twem obi bia ni o spiritualist bia ni wa ba be kase 2023 obi ba to bomb agu US and obi ba be say kru. There is one Indian prophet be a Okrumwa, Saku school something new name in the measure Shama. On the can some time back be, but the comments were not good at all or retracted. I said this country are very arrogant. Now Umusa Russia for a deploy bombs to Ogu Krumwa. Sometime near open sky policy, Russians to be fly, but not too closer to Congress in those places. Normally aware area surveillance and they monitor the kind of weapons because there was an open policy in a Trump council, But on no mass prophecy, okay, well, my date one or soon see. And the worker, I'm the solution one can say preventable.
America from European for ever said in Sokaway enter into World War III. Whether the information they will have is accurate or not, they should not bring it out. Say China, North Korea, into connection, Russia and Ukraine into connection. I'm going to buy out a bit provoking.
Already, I'm accusing China. China. Say China can support to Russians, because Russia.
No, that's as some make a different thing, but also see that's a verbal accusation. I'm talking about say, once I make a say information never out a bit mad America and European as North Korea and China. I don't make I didn't know Russia for any one talk with Ukraine. Near Tibet, baby, now catch it can be. Now what's the answer? It's yes, I so back with such a political word, starting with weapons. So you accuse that person, that's fine. But accusing and sanctioning him, I am not going to be a country. But what is this on what going to be? I'm not only accurate information. Evidence just say, was supply China for weapons, was supply Russia for weapons, was supply Russia for Sika, some going baby. And our supply Russia food military men, so Munko baby Ukraine. Now we can say almost support doesn't make sense. But all the evidence is back. Say your more therefore China between Russia and China, Russia and Ukraine, question almost today. Maybe $3 billion. Military men, equipment. Some point the Ukraine. Then but one person information number. Now, it's with that evidence, there are some common weapons, some common personnel. Why you can see them? Because there's evidence there, Russia for Ukraine, invade with weapons and military men. That's evidence. So you have the right to sanction them. But why are you going to sanction Ukraine, North Korea, and China? Without no information and accurate information, they did that with weapons. They did that with military funds. They did that with whatsoever you think so my So just say make my we make so o laptop ayira no me say ko do na fire. But you go CCTV camera no say ko do na laptop no. Because you didn't say laptop na ayira and you go show the whole day CCTV cameras no the videos are capturing now. Nobody didn't say ko do na be laptop no. So why are you fancying him? And we will fire no. So we maybe go for laptop. Without the CCTV camera proving otherwise. It's also be able to do a the CCTV camera over there. Check from the laptop computer and so say and pass the same as by laptop no. Oko check laptop monitor and so no and system so no. CCTV camera say this guy never even entered the office in the first place. So Kojo never entered the office in the first place. So how come he stole the laptop? And my CCTV camera and capture. This is the analysis I'm making. So you said Russia, not China, North Korea is part of the whole issue between Russia and Ukraine. What's your physical evidence? You cannot hear the man Russia for no, they find at the moment. For evidence, bra. Weapons at the moment, I'm going to define at the moment to bra. Military personnel at the moment, you define at the moment to bra. When there's information number, why are you sanctioning them? Let's just say you are doing it out of jealousy and envy and out of relationship Russia for China won't know yes just say as far as these people you're aligned with automatically they can be your support. So if you are my friend, no Korea there, let us say you're confirmed. So what that Korea there, no just so you're confirmed. Daddy. What that Korea there.
Protocol, let's do this. Say it's the same question but as you said or you stated earlier on, what's the information in your so it means the US for signal Bema Yin who sent to Quebec and say the US force sanction China and North Korea they are the war should prepare themselves for tell.
No.
And yes, sir.
They can accuse them politically by maybe on air. So almost say today that's nothing.
So from your projection, okay, that point is one. From your projection, these three countries, I had how much on my year meeting and I say I'm planning to destroy US and its allies in Europe. So engagement and I consider that. Oh, okay. But circumstances
in the North Korea, in the North Korea leader side, only the security personnel, on one West say based on telling you a bill lead to World War III. And so when we say how the atmosphere is going, it will enter into World War III. It's because of that, my people will say. But in the terms of China has not concluded in that side yet. Say, therefore, never enter to World War III. But as for North Korea, there, was signal, say, China didn't enter to World War III. But only the intention, so he will be brought to the book and sanctioned. But no people will say about World War III, then he will do everything to defend his country. Without knowing, say, on the ground, you never started, I don't know, no, into Canada. But just what I see, or not to the baby, or people will say, that into Quabadia or protecting the country. Without Onanga some leader, on your well say, or no pona, the best accusation or so. Yeah, sanction. No provoking one into Canada. In the first week, China in the year.
To Prophet Walker, in doing prophecy, are becoming conditional, but also probability near high because it's 90%. And the condition I hear the maono, we are being very nice and lenient here for you. They say US and sanction US and its allies, Europeans, and sanction China and North Korea. And the prophecy, I'm fulfill it. Like I fulfill it in the sense I'm fan to mebwa. That's where I want us to conclude on. Okay. But in the moment, because China, why you say we are imposing sanctions on you. North Korea, there's so much on them already. We are North Koreans, so we are trying to be a good also. Now, how about say sanction China and sanction North Korea? What happened?
Yes, almost back home.
Oh, okay. And So timelines no so wonim. So you be hope say your next show you know be no. We the best row. So wunya ho a so be projection ni bi opa enka busamaye anase hwehwe mu famaye. Said the enche United Nations you be movie akọ Moscow yi. Se sa asem no be ma a lot of people wants to know. You know, and say Prophet Walker.
My car will show in this year 2022 the universal cycle no and as a universe energy na produce no HSA we should lose some leaders some will resign and when they will resign women should replace them my car that will be pregnant so which is one of the American countries Masaka said Russia leader will be off from power through assassination. The North Korea leader will be off from power, will be replaced. Idea and the universe net project. And something no sometimes no nipa ni so ahon the nipa ni start to me no so too more so the nipa say nipa jan is issue. Sometimes human beings will try to prevent it or do something about it, but no matter what.
All right, Prophet, let's do this. I mean, may I escape with these two questions? Didn't you need to about ranks and on your man? I know spiritual order, because if you want so much as say Ghana, as I see us go up, you may be go up, but obedient to me and predict say World War III, even Americans, you grow on a micro, you know, read the horoscope. Astrology, man. There's another famous man on also Ghana. On all the yearly events be brave. What he said this year, what is Ghana? Or say this year, you be hala countries here cause many nukes. And I'm saying many nukes is nuclear weapons in China or specify. It be display nukes so much, but one can say if you have say. Sorry, one can say sorry, World War III ebeba. But I mean somehow I can you know, Prophet Walker, who projection or Yembusa. And who is gonna rule the Americans or who is gonna like be slaves to the North Koreans and the Russians and
Okay, but let me say something. The whole process now was on America, Ghana, we are socialists, Obi one the American. The same people, none of them were able to see Russia and Ukraine invasion and Antopano. Nobody. That
okay.
Come out.
Oh, as at the time I meet you, Mudu Bianca, no credit about Cope.
No, Bianca. People should live with Ukraine. It's a basic.
But Prophet said the mere fact said Prophet Titi. The mere fact say what building credibility among prophecies be abemono. And so doesn't mean say over capitalize on it maybe what can you maybe too abstract sir. Because in terms of military might,
I'm saying sir. I understand that what you are there's a mistake that you are making. And it says how possible say we who can.
Oh no, sir, at least one someone you know kasa.
Yes, and I make say you one can in the first place mean who can.
Okay.
So the second one now me say who can no. So when you one can second one so you should know that the first one go promote one can.
Okay.
I mean who can.
Yeah, me too so. But once it's so weird because this event there, na say the prophecy ni na obi ono ma obi betua ma 20 prophecies na ba gonzo ma be 30 prophecies. So we na 2 pen na omo kan the same but obi ade to me bem somehow. But once so for somebody to say world war is coming, what you say? I mean, unim. So for the last 72 hours, most of the former national security bosses who under Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump administration, warning say somebody needs to talk to the ears of Russia President Vladimir Putin. I maybe say there's a guy down in the Gulf or Finland for leader, and they should contact him no because Putin crossed the threshold, no. Like I said, or go beyond the red line, or started threatening nukes in your manner because he doesn't know the consequences of it. Me follow most of the journals, from the CNN reporters, even though I'm not a big fan. From the Fox contributors now, I follow almost all the journals, almost making statements and then your man. Because on one no yeah no Poland for border no so no. It's Poland is a NATO country. No yes say convoy any deploy your man or launch bomb be or even though between deep into Ukraine, but only Poland share border. In the moment, about attack NATO member, 31 countries, on attack back could be under Article 5, it gets all of them into war. If you attack one, you attack all. So 30 countries now will turn against Russia. Only Vladimir Putin is aware, he knows it. The one saying that what can you say because Third World War and the use of nuclear weapons there. Because nobody wins.
Yeah, about your platform way so.
Yeah.
You were global prophet virtually, but on your show, I want somebody to come out from the whole world. Say, when we say who decided the African country, none. But in your show, maybe kind, we proceed before on my page. Tell me who gender cleaning in Africa. The some explaining both on my page and your page, your platform. So there was a gender cleaning if you are messing some of the countries on your platform, and those countries face the same thing. And here Russia issue now banner. I stop coup d'etat now because Russia plan to say coup d'etat in Africa. In this year, Africa, Russia I for almost put so many in Ukraine for. Into energy number here who Africa no more die. No focus on Ukraine. And yes, I pass a no more so more because Russia for any China for no more carbon to Africa. And because of the issue between Ukraine and Russia, now Russia for apostle the coup d'etat for now. And those prophets we are talking about, all of them were there. Spiritualists were there. Who saw it coming? Who saw it coming? Burkina, prophet before you were, Abdicos, Guinea, Mali, all those countries, prophets for, spiritualists for, but their prophets and spiritualists were able to see. No. Your Ghana has said, you are some people who claim nation prophets. Did they see it coming? No. But on my page, on your platform, let me catch the coup. And it's Russia and Ukraine. People should leave Ukraine. Because I saw Russia invading Ukraine, which is last year. Because I find yourself. Every year, Russia first started almost Ukraine. And those who insulted me, one of them is student in Ukraine as a medical student. Oh no, yeah, no, not a bump. I can't say me one time now. Want me cross the border and go Poland. So when a prophet is speaking, whether it's a small boy, whether it's an adult, don't doubt the personality or the age-wise of the prophet. Think about the spirit behind what he's saying. You see me, my age was for 20 years. Whatever I'm saying, I know that I will give account to it. So before I will say something, I'll make sure that it's God who has spoken to me. Now go on, and anybody who follow me on my page, you say they make canon. Prophet
Walker, Mr. Harry, it's okay. What I want to say, why elaborating more? Let you do in our info program is only my two questions we pay because it's almost 5 p.m. No, right now, no. What my pointer, no. What my signal. This is you who said that U.S. as sanction will pay China and North Korea pay. And I just said this is what is coming to like this is what we should anticipate for. Like expectation it should be this. World War III. Most of the generals in the brain so I predicted. If you most crowd will believe say and to Kwana AC no Russia lose war. And the one who say North Korea Zelensky, Ukraine leader now are calling for negotiation. He said this is gonna be the third one, last one. Or say way the woman to me unreached agreement. Then it's a declaration of Third World War. Means say Russia sees it's Europeans and Americans stepping in. And then once watch the Musa at the Nagasakura no conditions war. To say you sanction North Korea, now you sanction China. Let's say it means about Russia and we monepe. Now what about say European countries in the US for not supporting Ukraine? And no what that drag China and Russia and North Korea into the war?
Say Russia deliberately or mistakenly Hey, one of NATO community. A best quality, the third world as well.
Ah, okay. Now, maybe. So,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Say, Obia, obey to well the whole situation in North Korea. People should know that whether yes, I'm saying directly or the Russia for invading maybe Poland. Now, the community of North Korea almost fight. The whole carbon fighting Russia. North Korea. Volunteer to support Russia.
Ah, okay.
China volunteer for Russia to fight. So that third world war will come on. Beginning with your platform, you can say, no better with your show. Fight now Russia for Kono, and Koye, and Russia for, and seriously send a Russia position, and Koye. My life and property will be destroyed. From both sides. And I'm bad papa so Russia for so a lot of
yeah, it's true.
Weapons.
And they no correct.
Yeah.
But you conclude.
So I don't understand say conform with previously. Oh, what them make kai any na be no. Omo that way.
All right, Prophet, last one. And Koye, and my Russia. Only for that's Koye in the favor of Russia. So move you. I'm going to Koye my Russia. But people who listen and know what I said is happening now, they are still doubting the one I'm saying is going. All right. So, in short, are you telling Ghanaians or other nationals like Beijing here say, "I'm going to go back to home country"?
Because
Prophet Oga, really, who you just see? Well, I na for for some reason, I feel the cat crying.
But what I mean,
I feel the yes.
Men can't say Obi in the country no more. But therefore, be beyond going and go for him. Yes, because Bible na Bible say on Hinakuma. I the young people say. Nyankopon to me kitchen code the baby eh when Nyankopon to me dane on Hinakuma say eye say so new Nyankopon to me dane on Hinakuma eye na sense o share ye bomb fire they say the world leaders say Nyankopon especially Putin and North Korea leader therefore say Nyankopon
finally Prophet Oga, you have to put this as offense to you. Say US for dropping bombs, dropping weapons on Russia, China, and North Korea in case there is a third world war, but into me exploding. What kind of reasoning is this? Is there a spiritual reasoning? And I say we a projection. You said drop it by exploding.
Yeah, and I was Russia, and next I see Russia. I even my bobo spirit Russia for China for North Korea issue. So they will not only do the fight, the World War fight alone. They will do it spirituality as well. When spirituality be fry weapons, no. But people should never be deceived by the personality and the mechanism and the system Russia America possess. And so what I said, David and Goliath. A best surprising couple.
Oh, okay.
Mark it somewhere. Your listeners should mark it somewhere. If it starts, as American men will tend to women, and women in America will tend to children. I'm telling you. And I've also said it on my page there. It's a time we need more medical personnel and military personnel. After that, after Ntopano, Etino, Raptor this and you say, you say, I'm going to go with no. People will vanish without knowing where they pass. But who may be fire, so much to you, so much fast, I say, so much fire, they are so my ira. So the son of Bible can say, Robert Nane, Nipa, Raptor basement of 4 to a Korean, Jesus baby na abofo kan ho omo trumpet and yes and people would vanish without seeing Jesus in the sky, without seeing any angel, without seeing them going up. People would just vanish. Medinka go show that. My card was 2 years ago, and last year and one cartoonist be up by projecting through cartoonist movie. Also projected the same thing. I said it before for no Canadian or any movie. No. Or what track work or say I did you honestly projected through a cartoon movie piano a bim. I don't know the American me. I believe one who's an or the project is through a cartoon movie. I said it the rapture and why the same thing. How rapture will take place. I don't know any project in the air. Why you have less than 5 years, say project in the BIM. The maker will show you say the rapture that will to take place no. Less than 10 years to come. From now going, just less than 10 years to come, the rapture will take place. So let's see and wait and see what will happen.
All right, Prophet Oga, as time goes on, no, say deadline be boba my you. You move be a who for you be Jania by your crew. Your second option, oh. Mr.
But I also said that when you go to my page, I said that the military men of Africa will go to be used in the World War III by the Western and the Asia people. So the Asia, which is the North Korea, China, Russia. Russia is some of part of Russia is Asia. So Russia, China, North Korea, and European countries, America, will use African military men for World War III in the name of money. So they will give our government, our various governments, money in exchange of their men to go and fight for them. And even American military men, people who are black people in American military force, no, they will be the ones they will use more. America will use more in the fight. So countries in European countries they will use the black people who have the black skin, the black people in their military more than their white people in the war. So people should note that one as well. So the white military men will not be used more.
Assuming say projection away say and to quality assuming on condition one side say nyabe mu US be crowding in abesa na answer dey.
Da bio crowding in say akwese o can say Ukraine say o mani yan say e capital no. So they will attack one be on targeting war in cities, major cities. So capital no any city produce more of your income no. I want to attack it. The baby on my government in the sticker pan fino. The California and America government in the sticker pan if you 2000 na. I want to attack it here.
For the financial hubs no. Okay.
Yes, I want to attack it. There be a big companies no one. Cities are big companies who are homogeneous scammer 2000 no. I want to attack it more. Because almost bring that city down, they'll bring your economy down. Because your economy depends on such a city. Across the Ghana, regional, a produce Sikapa more minor, Ghana, a western region. Because I want to go to casino. I want to go to casino.
That's almost to me. But the point is, you know that's all we detect ama US for. And say that's all we take the domain, take dominion of the country.
What was that? Aside from moving your major cities are the economic hub, no. Almost we are. Now, what I say? Obi a ono bo no. All the way to 2 so no. Ono be determine so whether so be solid so and also so. And so the American ticker for more, all of it determine what will be the end, the next move after the fight. And so Russia for China for North Korea never decided what should happen in the world.
Now Iran, I'm not going to
One.
Iran for.
Oh, Iran for the the enterprise you to say China for Russia North Korea. So to find the them say countries be breed on be due. Utie me samisi na me just say the false intelligence information about outside be provoke North Korea and China no e be America though European countries no hold there so because European countries now say America fin di kan ye America fin di kan sanction on make sanctions sanctions so Germany, Belgium, France will not do the sanctions first. They are waiting for America to do the sanctions. They may have the information, but no, they will not bring the information out. They want America to bring such information out and do the sanctions. They will follow. Also, Russia issue now. The same thing. America has started Libya. Not other European countries start also sanctions. But what I say. So Iran no, I'm to baby. It's more common to kwa. Ni a share say di huji an hu afia hu anjimu a ye to na ye ne baba so na wafa enu mu a ye say di huji mbi enti e o ma bi o mu a o mo meka nto kwa o mo to mba bi but ye koye di.
Okay, now final question, Mr. Prophet Walker. In all the European countries, no be anywhere ne god omo national god and bigger air powerful China and Russia and North Korea gods no.
Share Obi bia also ye powerful spiritually bia no or connected to Russia. You can never be powerful whether you are a pastor, a prophet, a malam, or occultist, spiritualist. I would say we are powerful. You call the spiritual world or the astral world when we are talking about the kings and the lords and the queens and the gods, human beings who possess that position in the astral world now, who can be a then you utumina who used to part of it should come from Russia.
And then you know Persia nana.
But me tell you, me 5 minutes in tell you. Persia, the twin brother and the sun god Apollon. Sun god and the Persia, omo ya twins. Say Ajagraja dia last meeting, omo ya twins. And to when see what heaven no. And now, thank God, I could be male from an isolate in tank. The female creator in tank. And now, Persia, I could be Lucifer in tank. But they are twins. But to one moment to see it. So the same Persia and the thank God almost possesses one territory. I was there United maybe Washington. Not two governors, equal to one state at the same time. So two gods controlling one territory, which is the sun territory. But the sun god no oil divine, and the Persia no oil white. That Persia no ono ye kakra, ama sun god ye pay, and the Persia ye kakra. Sun god Persia ono na okinape and the Gabriel. And brad nakupon kasa was smart Gabriel. So offer message him not Daniel, Prophet Daniel after 21 days prayers. First Gabriel the message number and the kakanoya person okinape Gabriel. It took Michael to come and release Gabriel. So kakanoya when we are doing say Michael Gabriel, then how much more pain? Thank God. So people should not joke with Russia. Russia serves thank God.
All right, Professor, let's do this. All right,
on my banner, as I see on my banner, we are more. On my banner, sun impure. On my banner, moon impure. So as far as you are a country, not sun appear on my moon appear on my moon. Say any country that they serve moon god or sun god, they are not comedy. Because as far as their god appear on your country day or night, if you fight with them, they will defeat you. Because their God gives you life. All
right, your final words. Next week, somebody to show you, Prophet Walker. And one me say I'm here at Third World War BC. It's not the only one. Most of the political experts, former generals away US and Omunina are predicted. But who say there's no way say Russia ever launching nukes. That is from the spiritual. That is from the physical aspect. And then also give you the spiritual aspect, I'm saying beginning no na be brain to be in tiasi. It's a much as my mechanic. I'm leave it to time and life. ɛna ɔyɛ analogy bi sɛ simple ɔbɛka Ukraine deɛ ma ebi didi natɛma de esini na saa asɔfo no nso a wotro saa deɛ mempɛ sɛ mede wodi bɛto public yɛpɔn a mɛtry sɛ mɛfrɛ wo na mafrɛ Prophet Walker no nso simple no personal issue a ɛnyɛ me platform so na yɛbɛyɛ no saa mpakyɛw Prophet Walker final words na yɛnkɔ
mɛka kyɛ obi bia sɛ obiara mmɔ mpaeɛ ma wiase yɛbɔ mpaeɛ mfa yɛ leaders nhyɛ Nyankopɔn nsa because ntɔkwa no si a our currency inflation no very bad. The fuel, the gas, the oil sector, the stock exchange, agriculture sector, everything will go bad. And the balance on a combative year. Nyankopɔn oyi tell me for coup d'etat from 2021 to 2022. Oyi Russia invasion over Ukraine. Abem ina abemu. Eguso ekoso. The same Nyankopɔn na tell me about World War III. Man can say me fin Nyankopɔn and me fin Nyankopɔn. What the most important thing is what I'm saying. Because in Tokonisia, you name the oil Muslim, you know the oil Christian, you name the fin Nyankopɔn, you know fin Nyankopɔn. We are so going to be just so dying. COVID the buy no, I saw going be on my so dying. So Tokonisia, who did this? We are so full fin Nyankopɔn, but what's what I want to be? We did this me fin Nyankopɔn, me sorry. So me no me no better them because Tokonisia. The one say him do fina ko ni do fina ko nya be say dem say COVID ba nya say dem empa bona say ebo Nyankopɔn wo gidi say wo fi no na me fi bonsam no sa Nyankopɔn ne to na COVID si ye ade say Nyankopɔn no wa fra wo ye wo ye divine prophet no wa ma di wiase no hwe me si ye ade say wo gidi say Nyankopɔn me so no ye bonsam no on ma di wiase no hwe ma bibi say si ye at the end of the day it's not about who you serve or who has called you. At the end of the day it's about the planet Earth and the human being who live upon the surface of the earth, who pay the price of what we have done and things we're supposed to take care of, which we did not take care of. We should pray. Use the God you believe in. Let me use the God I believe in. Let's pray together to our God for them to come in and save us. Because our hearts are in the hands of our Maker. And He is the one who determines how our hearts run. So yɛn mmɔ mpaeɛ yɛn mfa wiase nyinaa hyɛ Nyankopɔn nsa yɛn mpanyinfo nyinaa hyɛ Nyankopɔn nsa na megyere sɛ yɛyɛ saa Nyankopɔn bɛbɛ adasamba COVID agye nnipa bebree ɛkɔ ɛhwɛ asase wei so more than 1 million people lose wɔn life through COVID. World War III yɛnim nnipa dodoɔ wɔn bɛhwere wɔn nkwa 08 Russia nkwa lose more than 1,000 plus military men. Only one country. How much more the whole world facing World War III? Let's see what will happen. Let's pray. All
right, thank you very much as always. As stated, no, we're concluding very well. Me and person may go back and forth, but I say that says the Lord. Either projection, me prophecy and believe we as a life. We Atanasi and a time. Me, if this would happen, probably I may be a victim or I could be a victim. You know, me cause so much into it. Next week, you better build you up on this issue. You better man my update on this issue for now. So on this note, I will say a big thank you to everybody. Almost want to bring a concern about time and also remember address it. Try to be working with. Excuse me, guys. See about working within 1 hour now. You're planning. And you will see now until it can be we share next week.